Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. What a week it was. The Blue Jays are back in the thing and they're looking good. Giants, Dodgers, Seattle, Houston. Also talk about those guys. Oakland as well. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. We got BBD against the wall and Trevor Plouffe coming to you from California. Talkin' Baseball, the Friday episode, recapping what happened this week in the sport of baseball. Let me check to see if we got any new patrons I got to shout out. Wow, Chris Duffy, Kevin Dennis. Wonder if that's my Kevin Dennis. What's up, Kev?
What's up, dude?
Go Rangers, if that's the Kevin Dennis I'm thinking of. Claire Moore, Preston Thompson, Alex Gerson, Dan Lum, and Frank Zilla. Jake, how are you?
James,
I have no idea. I haven't been with you all day.
Trevor, BBD, everyone live in the chat, everyone alive, everyone dead. I'm doing well, Jim. You know, fatigue kicking in, dog days a little bit. We've been letting it rip work-wise, friends and family-wise for the past week, Jam Beach Week. Trev mad at us that we are still located in a beach town. Winding down. And that's, Labor Day kind of signs the end of summer. September, if you feel that first cool breeze or whatever it is. For us, I mean, it's kind of going to be after this week. We got your baby shower coming up. That's going to be a good time. I think when you and I buckle in for, maybe not Monday. I think we're still going to be lost in it because that's going to be a long day. But I think there's going to be a moment Tuesday where it's like, whoa. It's middle of September. Seasons are being decided in the next couple weeks. Our lives are about to go 0 to 100 real quick, Drake. A lot of big Toronto episode. And, it's the nerves and excitement. I just want to be on the field, compete, and put my best effort out there. So that's what I'm going to do, Trev.
You know what? I'll never, ever question your guys' work ethic.
Never.
Even though you're on vacation for a month at a time, you're still getting the work done. I'll never question that. You're my boys.
Yeah. I mean, impossible to question it.
Yeah.
We've been on this couch for
casting couch.
Probably 10 of the last 15 hours.
Yeah, making love, recording episodes, all that good stuff. I love it from you guys. I can't wait I'm going to New York. I'm announcing that right now. I will be in New York for the wild card games. But first, we got to get there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of baseball left. There's a lot of teams really close to the wild card. Are the Yankees even going to be playing? Or are they going to be fishing? Shout out JP Crawford. James, how you doing?
I'm good. And it is Kevin Dennis. That's pretty cool. He's a diehard Texas Rangers fan. Was my boss at my previous job before I made the jump to do this full time. So I just checked. So that's cool that he's supporting us and tunes in. So what's up? Thanks, Kev. Appreciate that. I'm doing good, man. We are yesterday was a rainy day. So after this show, we were supposed to have a meeting. I think that got banged, to use a baseball term, but not by us, by everyone.
It was a team conclusion.
So
I sent the final bang email for us, and that felt pretty cool.
To confirm?
Yeah,
we
got this. It's banged.
It's 75 and sunny. It was rainy all yesterday, so I'm leaving tonight to go to, because my baby shower's tomorrow. So anyway, this episode, then we are going to go try to spend a couple hours on the beach, Trev, and enjoy it because, it's just a lot of baseball, a lot of talking baseball. But it's obviously good. I am very excited for what Jake said, and we made our postseason schedule. Anyone that was with us. So here's the thing, Trev. People were with us last year for the postseason. Maybe 25% of the people that listen to the show now, because we've grown so crazily this season, they don't even understand what grind means. You think that we put in a lot of effort now? You think Jake and I doing 30 pieces of content a week is a grind? Wait till the postseason. Because it's 12 hours out of the 24 in a day, Jake and I are live on a camera. every day for 25 days straight.
I'm like 10 pieces of content a week right now.
Whoops.
I like that.
So I'm excited. I was making the schedule and I looked at it and I just said to myself, like, oh, I'm such a sick fuck. My brother was like, why? And I was like, because I'm so excited for this.
The postseason is where I sit in this room alone a lot and just stare at you guys on my screen.
Good times, huh?
Yeah, I don't mind it. We have fun. We watch the games.
I was trying to find a night to stay out in that dojo with you, Trev, but I don't think it can happen.
Wow.
I was going to try to do a double date, kind of a little home and home, but the schedule might be too busy.
Yeah, it could change, but it would be a very quick.
Oh, yeah. In and out. Like, I wouldn't leave that room. I'd go to the pool.
Getting you guys at JOMBOY Media Magnum Condom Studios out west would be just a delight for me.
It would be nice.
Shout out Zendino with the Rez
undefeated
thing,
man.
2424. Me and Rez are so tight.
So tight. The tightest.
So tight.
I'm excited to hear about some of the baseball.
You are?
Because I know about most of it.
Some good stuff happened. Some good, exciting storylines have happened. I'm excited to talk about it. Also, exciting in the world of baseball is that Topps is now offering NFTs. They got officially licensed MLB NFTs are available right now, exclusively at ToppsNFTs.com. Collection celebrates baseball's promising young stars from breakout rookies to veteran mainstays. Also introduces New Beginnings, which is a set that celebrates both new and familiar faces in new places. You can purchase a 5-card standard pack and a 25-card premium pack via credit card with NFT card rarities ranging from common to legendary. Get yours. The packs are flying. They just started yesterday, I believe. So go to ToppsNFTs.com and get in on the Topps MLB Inception NFT collection.
Ooh.
Yeah.
NFT.
Couldn't hold that burp in. I apologize. That's very...
Collection, Inception, get in a good direction.
Trav, you have the NL?
I am leading out. Big Zaddy is leading off today.
Are you going to just set the tone here?
It's me. I really need to know how much time that song is.
4 minutes and 37 seconds.
4:37.
Okay. I'm going to really give my best.
Are you going to see some pitches, or are you just
That's a minute and
what?
37 seconds longer than I thought it was.
You guys know I'm prepped. I got my green, yellow.
Yeah, you've recoded it. I like it. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Go. What happened in the NL, Trevor?
Well, my people, the first game I'm going to talk about, I don't even know what happened. The Mets played the Nationals again I don't even know what happened. Anyways, Nationals win this game 4-3. Carter Keyboom with the walk-off single after Andrew Stevenson tied the game he had bat before with an RBI single. So the Nationals win this one. I don't know why they played or what happened, but Nationals took down the Mets. Moving on, the Phillies and Backyard Brad go into Milwaukee trying to right the ship, make the playoffs. They go in the first game and win 12-0. Backyard Brad, 2 freaking homers. And Gene Segura with the grand slam. They win 12-0. Brew Crew did not like that. They said, oh, you want to win by double digits and shut us out? We'll do the same to you. Brewers take the second game 10-0 before actually playing some real baseball in the rubber match, which the Brewers took 4-3. Second game, Lauer goes 7 shutty to win after going 7 innings and 1 run against the Giants in his previous start. He's dealing. That game 3 I'm talking about, Escobar, our guy Eddie with the bad ham, he came back. He's got the go-ahead home run in the 6th inning of game 3. Ashby, our dude, goes 2 shutout innings in relief in game 3 and has a 1.86 ERA in 19 1/3 innings since his awful MLB debut. Brewers take care of business. Phillies, let's get it going. Moving on, the Dodgers go into St. Louis. They split the series 5-1 Dodgers, 7-2 Dodgers before the Cardinals took the last 2 games 5-4 and 2-1. The offenses really struggled in this series. First game, Scherzer goes 8 shutout innings. He had 1 earned. That doesn't make any sense. He didn't go 8 shutout innings because he gave up a run. It was unearned, though. Pujols homers in his first at bat for a nice moment for Dodgers and Cardinals fans. Another great pitching performance in this series. Wainwright goes 8 1/3, 4 earned runs in Game 3. He's recorded at least 7 innings in 12 of his last 18 starts. James, I know you love that. More on that series. They split 2-2 Cardinals and Dodgers. Moving on, the Nats go into Atlanta, and the Braves take 2 out of 3. 8-5 Braves, 4-2 Nationals. And then an epic 7-6 walk-off game. The Braves take it in Game 3. Ozzie Albies, that little monster, go-ahead 2-run homer in the 7th inning of Game 1 after Yadiel Hernandez ties it with a 3-run homer in the top half of the inning. Game 2, Juan Soto had the go-ahead home run in the 7th inning, and that was after getting hit by Will Smith in Game 1. A lot of fireworks here. We'll talk about that briefly. And that Game 3, Jock with the blonde hair, walk-off RBI single to take the series. Braves doing it, taking care of business, 2 out of 3 from the Nats. Moving on, it's the Giants going into Colorado. Colorado's home splits don't matter to a team led by Gabe Kapler. The Giants sweep 10-5 Giants, 12-3 Giants, and 7-4 Giants. Gausman, I never know how to say his name. Him and Webb each go 7 innings pitched with 3 earned runs for the wins in Games 1 and 2. And Lamont Wade Jr. with the go-ahead 2-run single in the 9th inning of Game 3 to secure the sweep. The Giants just win ball games. The Mets went down into Miami. They needed this series, but the Marlins take 2 of 3. 9-4 Mets in the opener before the Marlins came back 2-1 in Game 2 and then 3-2 in the 3rd game. The Mets took the lead in Game 1 with 3 in the 6th inning, including a Lindor 2-run single. In Game 2, Brian De La Cruz hit the walk-off single in the 10th inning. Sandy Alcantara, 9 innings pitched, 1 earned run with 14 freaking Ks. Then in that rubber match, Jazz, our guy Chisholm, I actually sent you guys some Jazz to listen to this morning. Go-ahead home run in the 8th inning of Game 3 for the Marlins, taking the series. They take 2 of 3. And the last NL series, the Reds went into Chicago. They needed these victories. Reds, what is you doing, baby? They lose 2 out of 3 to the Cubs. 4-3 Cubs, 4-3 Reds, 4-1 Cubs. Schwindel to win. Go-ahead RBI single in the 8th inning of Game 1. Miley goes 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run in Game 2. He's done really well. And then Hayward with the walk-off bomb in the 10th inning of Game 3. And that is what happened in the NL. Did I go over? I couldn't hear the music.
Yeah, you went over just by a little bit.
It was jazzy amount.
Yeah.
You got through all like
I was flowing.
It was like
you were just in those notes at the end.
It was a good performer, like enjoying the stage at the end.
I couldn't hear the music at all.
Didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
Jim, what jumps out to you here, man?
I'll be honest, not much. I think the AL is more exciting this Friday episode. But what jumps out to me is that the Giants, the first thing I saw was they got the sweep in Colorado, if I'm looking at it correctly, right?
Yep.
So that's impressive to me. Colorado is good. They put up huge offensive numbers in Colorado, which is normal. But then just to sweep, is that the first time the Rockies got swept at home? I'd be interested in that because I think it's a possibility that's the first time the Rockies got swept at home. If not the first, I'd guess the second.
No, you're across the board, Jim. You're kind of right. I mean, any of the teams that could make things fun, the Phillies, the Mets, the Reds, they all kind of blew it. Like, those should be the teams we're talking about. Like, hey, they're still making their push. They're coming at us. They all kind of flunked the dunk.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, not all the teams. The Braves had to do something, and they went and took care of business, man. That was actually, playing the Nationals. Nationals put up a really good series against the Braves. Especially that Game 3, that was a lot of fun. We had the fireworks there. Did you guys see all that with Will Smith and Soto and Freeman?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, the Braves deserve credit. I guess where I'm mentally not discrediting the Braves, but like when I look at the NL East, and I think I said this maybe last episode, like the Phillies and the Mets, like those teams are so good at getting in their own way. Not that I should be shaming the Phillies at losing a series to the Brew Crew, but they won that first game, and Backyard Brad told you, like, we're about to get it, and they did, and I was like, okay, Brad, like he knows he's in the dugout. And then they lose the final two, and they lost last night in their next series, which isn't a part of this episode. But like for the Braves, it's almost like it's just they dodge landmines, and the Mets and Phillies seek them out, it seems.
Yes. First sweep of the Rockies in Colorado this season. So I was correct there. So that's why it stood out to me.
Good job, Giants.
Haven't seen it happen before. Good job by the Giants. Jake, you talked about the Braves and the East Coast, and we can talk as much as you guys want. My other question was for you. How are you feeling about your Cards?
Let me get some numbers on it, because hey, they split with the Dodgers, which in a way that's a win.
And they're one game out of the wild card right now.
The Cardinals are 3 games.
3 games out of the wild card. Sorry.
So no, I mean they're still dancing. They did enough. You survived the Dodgers. We could easily, if the Dodgers took 3 out of 4, we'd all say like, yep, better team won. That's baseball. So they did enough. They get a half brownie point for me. And they stay alive. I mean, they're 2 games back of the Reds, 3 of the Padres. And with that being said, Phillies fans are probably mad at me because they're 3.5 games back. But, the Cardinals' first half was just a mess, and it seems like they haven't had their landmine yet, so I'll let them carry on.
Yeah. The Cardinals are playing only hungry teams.
Yep.
The rest of the way, besides 7 against the Cubs that come late. Yeah. So,
but the Cubs they deserve a little bit of love. They've been winning a lot of baseball games lately. Go Cubs, go. Ian Happ, whoops.
Ian Happ's going insane.
They do host the Giants.
The Cubs
this
have
week.
some fun players. I told you guys, like when you get rid of all these established players and some of these guys that have been in AAA or maybe on the bench, finally getting some extended looks, like when you start to get real ABs like in a row, that changes everything for you. So you see guys. I mean, Wisdom's been doing it all year, but Schwindel.
Schwindy
coming up
City.
and doing it's fun to see that. I love when guys who haven't gotten consistent at bats start to get consistent at bats, and then you kind of see what kind of player you got. But because before that, if you're on the bench, playing twice a week or coming off the bench to pinch hit, that's not real baseball, man.
Cubs
getting that run is fun.
Cubs have won 8 of 9.
So Cubs go.
Good for them, and yeah, root for the Wisdoms, root for the Schwindels, root for those guys. Do it.
I want to talk about Freddie going up to Davey Martinez after.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting, right?
Wasn't it interesting?
I mean, I guess we don't know what they say
in the game. I feel like it was. First of all, I thought what the Nationals did was dumb. Like, they threw at him twice. They threw him behind his head. That should be the warning shot. That's it. No one got thrown out of the game. Then he goes back and hits him again. I think Freddie said after the game, like, dude, you get one shot at me. I understand.
Probably what he said to Davey then.
What's that?
It's probably what he was saying to Davey then, no?
I don't know if he said that to Davey or not, but it sure would seem like it. Like, hey guys, he gets it. I get the game, even though I think that's a dumb part of the game. It is part of the game.
Dude, what's crazy to me?
Come on,
what's
man.
crazy is like Soto and Freddie, like, empathizing with each other or like hugging each other, being like, "Yeah, we're the targets, huh?" And it's just like, well, what are we doing then? If the guys you're throwing out you're bonding them, if like Freddie and Soto are getting bonded over this.
It's
what's happening. I don't even get it. Like, if you're galvanizing the 2 guys that are both getting hit and they're like, yeah, doesn't this suck? You and I getting hit. It's like, well,
a little bit. I think it was
who's at odds then?
Little bit of the best players flexing on their teams, I think.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, so what do we... So clearly Freddie didn't ask for it. Soto didn't ask for it. They're just kind of like, 2 bench guys... in basketball, it'd be like 2, bench guys just leaning back and jawing at each other behind the score table. And then that turns into each of them, instead of going after each other, going after the star of each team. And the 2 stars are being like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
LeBron and KD are getting swung at.
We don't
fouled hard.
Keep that stuff on the bench. Like, we don't care. It's really... It's weird when you see them go chat to each other and you're like, well, then what's it all about?
And it all stems because Juan Soto got too close in the on-deck circle. You can't see shit from the on-deck circle. I don't care how close you get. I said this on Baseball Today. There are cameras everywhere. I can go watch your pitches directly behind you. I know what your pitches do. It doesn't do me any good to be on like a weird angle on deck. So Will Smith got mad. Soto hit a bomb, carried over. He said he didn't hit Soto on purpose a couple days ago, but it sure seemed like it. The Nationals thought they hit him on purpose. That's why they went after Freddie.
Who even cares, man?
Wild.
What a weird
Baseball.
part.
Wild that's still in the game.
Yeah. It is. When you really zoom out and you go away from like the of it and you're just like, wait, what? None of that matters at all.
At all.
Marlins are winning, right? They just playing spoiler
they're
now?
taking care of business.
Fish up 6-4 in their last 10. Alcantara, man, I think somehow he gets missed in awards in this show, but he deserves whatever's being said right now.
It's because we don't know if it's Alcantara or Alcantara, so we just kind of like shy away from saying his name.
And like it kind of doesn't matter, but
we
it'll
know
matter
that
next year.
We know that the majority of people say Alcantara, but I like don't believe it.
I think
kind of like even if he was to tell me like my family pronounces it Alcantara, I might be like, well,
don't
like Favre,
Well, I would
like
think
Brett
at
Favre.
that point you should say, if it comes from his mouth, I think we should just go with it.
Like Brett Favre.
It's a little
like,
Brett Favre.
I
see
know
what
that
you're
your
saying
family
there.
pronounces it Favre, but that's not right. Someone in your family was wrong
Favre.
way a long time ago, and like your niche just like our legacy of pronouncing your own name wrong. I had a friend whose name was Kuchta, but he pronounced it Kukta, and then I had two friends. One pronounced it Kuchta, one pronounced it Kukta, and then we like went back and found what's correct, and my friend's family just changed it. They're like, well, this is how we say it, and it's a little bit like, well, hold up though, you know. So that's why Sandy doesn't get awards.
It's tough. Get excited for our.
I'm actually going to go on Baseball Reference right now. What is it?
Get ready for our gambling episode next year because I'm pretty sure Sandy Alcantara is going to be my NL sprinkle a little bit because he's nasty.
Alcantara.
But that's what Baseball Reference says, but then other people say it's Alcantara. Alcantara makes a lot of sense because that's how it's spelled.
Alcantara that's not right.
You're welcome to the conversation.
Jazz Chisholm with the walk-off bomb. Sweet swinging Jazz. I actually went to go look at his numbers. I thought maybe I'd be a little bit more impressed because he definitely gets a lot of looks and showtime on a lot of these different networks and baseball shows. Fun to watch, but the overall numbers not exactly what I thought they would be. I don't know what that means.
You got to butter knife it a little bit. I mean, he's a young middle infielder. I think he's got 15 homers and 15 steals, which I think for his age, that's pretty relevant. I think you're right for how much Jazz gets talked about, but like, hey, if there's a Marlins player that's getting too much PR, like, great, fantastic.
Yeah. I like him. I like watching him play. I actually really like his swing, too.
Do you see Trev, do you see the picture of him watching your guy Jeet's induction speech?
I did.
Sitting Indian style, there's just something
Cool.
cute and beautiful about that. Speaking
I like the chain. He's got the 3 big chains. Like, I could only dream of doing that. If I walked around with 3 big chains, you guys would tell me to take them off.
People would have laughed at you.
I think it's a cool look.
You would have been remembered as the chains guy.
Jake's been wearing 2 necklaces all week.
Like when you originally joined and like I'd be like, yeah, I think Trevor Plouffe is joining us on Talking Baseball. They'd be like, oh, chain guy? But instead they're like, wow.
Instead, what they say?
They said it's the guy with the hottest wife in baseball.
That's right. They'd be right.
Yeah, that's right.
What else happened?
Telling you, let's get to the AL. It's much more.
Yep.
The NL's been carrying a lot of episodes. It's not as fun right now. And a reminder to everyone, like, we're not at the point in the season anymore where we're going to talk about every team here.
Right.
It's just like what changed in the playoff picture storylines.
Can we talk about the Dodgers can't hit a little bit?
If you want.
If you want.
What's going on with that? How can you not hit with that lineup? I get it. Sometimes you go cold, but to all go cold at the exact same time is rare because their lineup is 9 freaking deep, dude. Or 8, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately, it should be 9 deep, but pitching. Yeah, it looks like the Turners got it done, which that'll always just make me laugh.
Good job by the Turners. All right, ready?
All right.
These games don't even matter to the Dodgers.
Are you ready to hear about the American League?
Tell me, Jimbo.
Was brought to you by Dugout Mugs, obviously. They're giving away autographed merchandise, and all you have to do is text the word super to 85311, and you're entered to win. Yeah. The word super. You can do it. 85311.
I did this the other day. I'm going to see if I can do it again.
They have autographed baseballs, cards, dugout mugs from Mariano Rivera, Pete Rose, Randy Rosarena, Pudge Rodriguez, Corey Kluber, Jim Rice, Nick Swisher, and a bunch of other baseball legends. Text the word SUPER, SUPER, to enter the Super Signature September giveaway by Dugout Mugs. Wow. Just enter once, and you're eligible to win all 38 prizes for the entire month. Take 20 seconds right now. While you're listening to the podcast, text the word SUPER to 85311 to be entered to win autographed prizes in the American League. Guys, here's what happened. Rangers and Angels played a one-game set to take care of the weekend series. They split the series. The Rangers won 4-0 in that single game. The big series was the Blue Jays sweeping the Yankees. The Blue Jays had the lead from start to finish. They were behind in a single of the 4 games. They got good pitching, they got good hitting, and they beat up on the relievers that the Yankees put into games that shouldn't be on MLB rosters. Blue Jays are hot right now. Jake has them as locks for the first wild card in the AL. We will talk about them because they are a fun story. They win 10 out of 12 just as the Yankees lose 10 out of 12. So the graph is like this on the playoff expectancy. It's like a big old cross. 2 fireworks crossing in the sky. And you can see the stream of disappointment and excitement for both. Rays and the Red Sox played. Are they just playing? Is this just a Rays-Red Sox league now? They just play like every series? The Rays took 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox again. I mean, what else is new? They won the first game.
This was your series.
What do you mean this was my series?
This is where the Rays told you they were going to win the World Series.
Yeah, they win the first game 11-10. Craziness, inside the park home runs, Little League home runs, just nuts stuff. They win the second game 12-7, and then they give the Red Sox the third game because Rays probably said it's better statistically if we just don't care about this game and kind of go through the motions. We've already won the series, and they let the Red Sox win the third game 2-1. Sale tested positive for COVID, becomes the 12th Red Sox player to be placed on the COVID IL. There's some weird stuff out there where Renfroe said that MLB told them to stop testing, and he was like, no, we're going to keep testing. I don't know if there's been brush back there. Renfroe also had 6 hits, 3 extra base hits, and a home run. Dahlback had 2 homers. The Rays came back from down 7-1 in game 1. I've talked about that. Cruz had 2 home runs. Rays are the best. They'll be in the World Series. White Sox and the A's played. How about that? The A's took 2 out of 3. They lost game 1 with Cap on the bump, but they won game 2 with Keuchel, and they won game 3 with Lopez. Good for the A's. They needed a little bit of a winning streak there. Jimmy Lampert goes 5.1 innings pitched for his first career win in game 1 for the White Sox, so good job by Jimmy there. Montes and Manea each went 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run for wins in game 2 and 3 for the A's. They beat Keuchel and Lopez. I might have said that wrong earlier. Lynn expected to return Sunday. Giolito may be able to return Tuesday. Reminder, A's needed these games. They don't matter for the White Sox, so good job by the A's. Mariners and Astros played, and this is, the Mariners are being good right now. Astros take 2 out of 3, and the Mariners hurt themselves by becoming a above-average team because the Astros beat above-average teams. If the Mariners were still middling around 500, they would have won. That's how that works. Odorizzi pitches and makes headlines with some comments after the game. Correa hit a walk-off ground rule double in the 10th inning of Game 2 after Bregman hit a game-tying 2-run homer in the 9th. The Mariners took the lead in the 9th inning of Game 3 to avoid the sweep with a Jose Marmalojos go-ahead 2-run single, and Crawford 2-run home run. Kyle Lewis has a bone bruise in his right knee. Shut down for the rest of the season. That sucks. Greinke to the COVID IL. How about that? Twins and Indians play. Twins took 3 out of 4 from the Indians. Royals and Orioles played 4 games, and those games were split 2-2. And there you go. That's your American League update. And Blue Jays are the story. They're going crazy right now. They're not there yet, Trev. They're still half game out of the wild card. But Jake, and I'll let him speak on this, he thinks they're a lock to be the number 1 in the wild card and pass both the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Trev, I've got Jay fever. I said I was for the Birds the other day. That was more hopeful for the Cardinals. Like, get those guys some love. Get the Tommy Edmonds some love. They're battlers. They're scrapping. I love it. These Jays, Trev, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid heavy. They've got 5 starting pitchers that are giving them a really good effort every day. Robbie Ray is in the Cy Young race. Ryu is Ryu. He's going to give you a great start. Berrios has been really solid for them. We've talked about him a lot on here. Alek Manoah, our young thick king, has been really solid for them. And Steven Matz, a trade that we kind of shrugged at this offseason. Kind of like, hey, he's a lefty arm, and, hopefully the Jays can find something and fix him. And the Mets got a couple AAA guys that had options that they were really excited about because they're like, we're going to need guys to ride the bus this year. Steven Matz is having an incredible 2-month stretch now. So those 5 are giving them an effort every day. Their lineup is nasty. I don't need to tell you about the Jays lineup. If you're a baseball fan, you know about them. And Trev, they're actually getting some bullpen help. They made a couple small moves at the deadline. They kicked out Brad Hand, smart. But Nate Pearson, we joked about his groin for a couple months. He's dropping dick in the pen. Know who just came out of the IL, Trev? How about a little opening day flashback? Julian Merriweather.
Love
back.
that guy.
Watch out, man. I'm drinking the Jays Kool-Aid. They are going to finish above the Yankees and the Red Sox for this regular season.
Wow.
Yeah.
It could be as early as Monday.
Yeah.
They play Baltimore for 4 games this weekend.
Yeah.
Doubleheader Saturday. There's no reason they shouldn't win 3 out of 4 of those games at minimum.
Up, yeah. They're nasty.
I'm happy to see, you giving the Jays some love. Jimmy declared him dead on the show 2 weeks ago.
Jays?
There's been a lot of deaths on this show. It's a death podcast.
Them dead.
Name a team I haven't declared dead.
A lot of teams. The Red Sox.
Red Sox are dead.
The Rays.
Rays are not dead.
Oh, Red Sox are dead.
Red Sox been dead. Declared them dead.
See, now you're doing this thing where you say everyone's dead to mask the mistakes of you calling teams dead.
Now you do the thing where you realize. Now you do the thing where you realize that's what it was from the start, because I started with the Astros and the Yankees.
Death pod.
Yeah, but that was like a joke because they got swept. You've been declaring teams actually dead, but now you're just saying, I declare everyone dead.
He's
not how it goes,
the
James.
mortician.
Own up to your mistakes.
Do morticians announce people dead? No, that's like doctors, right?
Name a team. The Red Sox are still, or the
Corner.
Blue Jays are still dead.
Nice BBD.
Shout out to me for saying Steven Matz is a good pitcher when everybody killed me for that.
You're dead.
Who? Steven Matz?
Trevor Plouffe, dead.
Yeah, but you say everyone's
Declare
a good
me
pitcher.
dead. That's not true.
Who's a bad pitcher?
Name a bad pitcher in the league.
Krisky.
Oh, that was below the belt. Shouldn't have been in the league.
15.86.
That's so mean, Trev.
He shouldn't have been in the league. That's on the Yankees.
I don't know him at all. He could be good, but he's not good right now.
Not good right
I
now.
have
He's
five.
really nice.
I have 5
Really
undead
nice.
teams left, I think.
Jimmy's 5 undead teams. New segment.
That doesn't make any sense.
How could that not make sense to you?
We declared a team dead every week, so that adds
8
up.
teams make the playoffs.
That's Jim. This is Jimmy's 5 not dead teams. He's making his own
It's
rules.
like I have to have a conversation a million times with you. I don't give a shit about making the wild card game.
Oh, my God.
Well, I told you this like 3 weeks ago. When I say dead, I mean like going to the World Series. There's 5 teams available. No one gets it.
Goalpost.
I get it.
Trev, we had this conversation.
Jimmy doesn't want goalposts. That's the part you're missing.
You put the goalpost in there,
Jimmy's
not
not
me.
on the field.
We literally had this conversation.
We're just digging the bodies. Dad's name is Doug. He loved to dig.
Rays finding ways to win in Boston. Even though Boston has every single player on the COVID, I think they're playing okay.
Boston?
When you really consider all things.
They're missing a ton of guys. They've had 2 series out of their last 3 against the Rays, and the Rays have devil magic.
The Rays are insane.
It's insane when you're talking about Nelson Cruz Little League home runs, when you're talking about Meadows with an actual inside the park home run to tie the game in the 9th inning. Yeah, I mean, it's just devil magic. The Red Sox were up 7-1 in Game 2. It wasn't over. I mean, Trev, I'll show you the receipts. I've been sports gambling my butt off because I can't believe how easy it is. It's beautiful. Hit the Rays at 7-1. Pretty good odds on that. Made a couple bucks because they're just never dead. That team is never dead. It's unreal.
And I've never declared them dead.
They're one of Jimmy's 5 undead teams. We'll reveal the remaining 4 as we go.
Oh, we did this 2 episodes ago.
But
like
the Red Sox will, as guys come back, Sale going to the IL, huge blow, obviously. But like full pension Piv's supposed to come back soon. I think Arroyo, a couple other guys. So that's kind of when you have one of those COVID outbreaks. It comes in 3, 4, 5 day spans. That when those players return, you kind of have a return of guys. So you're right. As long as they survive, they didn't get swept by the Rays, who are one of the best team in baseball. As they get reinforcements back, I think there's one more Yankees-Red Sox series. I don't think the Red Sox have the Jays again. But yeah, I mean, it's just literally, start the race. Whoever wins the most games going forward, you get to go to the dance.
Red Sox have White Sox and Mariners coming up, and you said the Toronto
on the road too.
On the road, and Toronto has Baltimore, and then who?
I can look it up. But like I said, they got 4 with Baltimore this weekend, which is
Jays have
nice for them.
4 with Baltimore, and then they have Tampa Twins. I don't like these every other weeks.
Me neither. We're running into so many. Yeah. What the hell is this? They have someone check the Toronto schedule that isn't the Baseball Reference version.
I'm at it.
What times do you have for Saturday, September 11th, Toronto, Baltimore doubleheader games?
4:35 and 7:35.
That makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
This has 11:30 p.m. as the start time.
I have that as wrong.
It's just got to be a single admission, so they're just saying it could go late.
Yeah. No, they're about to win 4 in Baltimore this weekend.
I love it. Who else? The A's take care of business against the White Sox. We keep saying these games don't matter for the White Sox, but eventually they have to matter, and they got to get hot.
Yeah.
Two weeks before,
you can't
2 weeks,
roll into
2 weeks
the playoffs.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
It's got to come sooner than that. 2 weeks is not enough time. I think they got to. I mean, it's not like they're going out saying like these games don't fucking matter. Let's just lose them. But there needs to be more. I guess. God, I really sound like a media person right now. There needs to be more of a sense of urgency. I would say. You don't want to coast into the playoffs, man. You don't want to coast into the playoffs.
You know what I'd say,
guns blazing.
Do you like this? They have a 5-game series against Cleveland starting on the 23rd, and I like that as they're a shoe-in to the DS, which is a 5-game series. Set yourself up, play those 5 games like it's a little bit of a series, and have the mentality that you got to win it. And that can be a little playoff prep. And then you have Cincy and Detroit to get your rotation and your lineup and everything right after that. But no, man, the White Sox, that doesn't really matter for them. They just want to get healthy. They want to get Giolito back. They want to get Lynn back. They want to get everyone
They need to get healthy
going good. Like
time.
Wins and losses. I understand that things matter, but wins and losses don't truly matter for them. It's a little bit of spring training mode where you just want to get the results there and everyone feeling like they're barreling balls and pitchers are hitting spots and you're good. Because they're locked.
Yeah.
They're in the spot they're going to be in. So it's a little bit of preparation and mindset build-up mode.
But this hasn't been going on briefly. Like, this has kind of been going on for the last like month or so. We've been saying they've
You're
been
right.
coasting.
For
You know,
sure.
they're 16-14 in their last 30, so that's decent. But I'd like to see them, number one, like you said, get healthy, get Lucas and get Lance back in the rotation. Did Eloy come out of the game? I thought I heard someone say that. They need the pieces, man, because when this team is fully healthy, there's a chance that they can run through the playoffs.
For a team that
the people they have.
We all consensus said last episode that if they're at full tilt, they have the most talent in the American League. They are 2 games better than the Yankees this year, whose season has felt like a complete and utter disappointment besides a 13-game stretch.
It's because Yankees fucking fans are crazy.
Yeah, we set a high bar, babe. Look at me.
No, I think it's because besides like 5 teams, everyone's beating themselves up. Like it's such a different season. Everyone's having bigger ebbs and flows. Everyone's having COVID outbreaks or pitchers going down. There's not a lot of teams. I think in the grand scheme of things, you'll look at records from 18, 19, and even maybe 22, 23, and you'll look back at 2020 and be like, that's a weird year. And then 2021 will be like, hey, no one really dominated besides a couple teams.
And that kind of ties into the Braves from before, and that kind of ties into J.P. Crawford's Mariners, who did lose 2 out of 3 to Houston. They blew that middle game there, and Trev's guy Odo took the mic. I'll see if Trev wants to talk about that. The Mariners are 2 games out of the wild card. I don't know what it means, but they feel like a team that's just on a normal path. Like what Jimmy's saying, all these other teams are having ebbs and flows. The Mariners, they win 2 out of 3. They win 2 out of 3. They lose 1 out of 3. They win 2 out of 3. They survived. They got punched. They're still 7-3 in their last 10. And man, when Boston visits them in a week, that's going to be a huge series for the Seattle Mariners in Seattle, who's a 40-29 team at home this year. So keep surviving, Seattle. Keep surviving.
Yeah, I'll touch on the Odo thing a little bit. I think it's a scenario where maybe both sides are right here. I don't like how the media portrayed it. The question before, first of all, Odorizzi came and said he thinks it's bullshit that they took him out in the 5th inning.
Well, not just that singular time.
Exactly.
It seems they have a rule or whatever that he can't.
I'm going to get to that. The question was, how does he feel about coming out after the 5th inning? And basically, the reporter said, Dusty said that seems to be about his limit. Now, if your manager says you're only going 5, of course that's going to piss you off. As a starting pitcher, your entire life, you're told, let's get into the 7, babe. Let's go do it. But Dusty, if he says that seems to be the limit, that doesn't feel good for a starter. Jake has struggled, though, 3rd time through the order, which is why they have been saying that. So like I said, it's kind of tough. Like, they're looking at the numbers, and they're saying, look, we probably have a better chance to win these games bringing in our bullpen at this point in the game. But to Jake's point, to Odo's point, you got to you give a guy money to be your starter, you got to let him have a run. So I don't know. I actually, I'm siding with Odo here because he's my boy, and I think it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to come out and say that. He obviously never heard Dusty. Dusty didn't come up to him and say, "Hey, look, Odo, look, we're probably only going to go 5 with you." He had to hear that through the media. That's what'll get you pissed off.
That makes sense.
But Astros, are they coasting?
They were coasting for a while.
Astros and White Sox are kind of like, the stimulator. They've been the same
14.
seed.
I think Astros are, I said this a couple episodes ago, I think the Astros are going to go on a little run to get the postseason juices flowing. Bregman's back. I think they're going to kick in a gear a little bit. And
4-6 in their last 10, 11-9 last 20, 16-14 last 30. That's like the definition of coasting. They got to.
Yeah.
This is a big series for them. Taking 2 out of 3 from Seattle, big series.
And a little love to the A's. Montes and Minaya, I don't know if it's the alliteration. I don't know if it's the hard-throwing light righty, the kind of funk lefty that I like both of them a lot, and they both dropped dick in this series. So,
Ooh.
Oakland.
It's
Analysis.
Stand up. Oakland and Seattle are exactly tied right now, and they have 6 games remaining against each other. So their season right now is tread water, attack when they play each other, and I like that as a third-party fan because that's a lot of ground. You got hungry eyes or big eyes looking at that schedule when you're exactly tied with each other. You know, even just for pride of winning second if there's nothing else on the line. So I looked at that today and I was excited about it. That was my second big thing. The Jays obviously making a huge push and looking really good on a lot of sides of the ball. And then Oakland, Seattle, and a nice little battle here.
It's fun. I didn't know they had 6 down the stretch.
Yeah, it's going to be for those 6 games are a good time.
You know, we've got to give credit to Seattle making that trade. It's really tough for them at the time. Kendall Graveman leaving, going to the people you're trying to chase. But Abraham Toro, who they have control over until 2026, has kind of been a stud for them. 854 OPS, 142 OPS plus. I mean, you kind of got to say they won the trade, right?
Well, let's see what Graveman does and brings for the Astros, because if a high leverage reliever changes the outlook of their season, then it's worth it. But yeah, that was kind of the day after Zoom out was, you know, in a couple years, Mariners fans, you're probably going to love this trade. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they can kind of like it now. But anytime their bullpen blows a game, which so many bullpens are going to blow down the stretch because they're gassed, you're also going to point to that. It's tough.
0.82 with Seattle, 3.38 with Houston. Now, ERA means kind of shit with relievers because it could just be one game, but that's one of those moves. That was tough. We banged on them for that. Everybody did.
So you want to be a GM.
We're doing it, though.
Both those teams dead, by the way.
A's and or who? Houston?
No, not Houston. Mariners.
A's and Mariners.
I can't see either of them being in CS.
Death.
Okay.
Can't see it.
Corner.
Could happen. Can't see it right now. Tried my hardest.
Did his best.
That doesn't mean anything. Wait, hold on. You can't say they're dead and then say it could happen.
You're getting the game, Trev.
You're starting to get it.
You're starting to understand.
No, I'm not understanding the game. I think that's not a game.
He's calling out the game.
Which
I do respect.
We don't do that here. There's other baseball shows that might do stuff like that.
There's other baseball shows that say they're dead.
Yeah, Jim. You guys are both coming in.
You want to be what I don't want to be. You want to.
Jimmy doesn't want to be lamestream media because they would say something like the Houston Astros are dead. Where Jimmy's using it as a joking way to kind of mock.
I think it turned into that.
Dude, it started with the Tigers swept you. You were dead.
Where it does combine is that you do truly feel that there are 5 teams that can win the title.
Yes,
and that's true in your
You
baseball
name the 5
heart.
teams?
Dodgers, Giants, Rays, White Sox, Astros.
Brewers dead.
Oh no, Brewers too. So no, Brewers aren't undead. So maybe I counted wrong. So that's the other thing. I'm just bad at counting.
It's not a math pod. It's not a death pod. It's not a math. It is a death pod.
It's not really a gotcha though. Like if I'm wrong, I don't care.
Jimmy doesn't care about the gotcha of calling a team dead and they win. That's the other problem here. So we figured it out.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters anyway.
You're using the
gift.
term dead.
LOL, nothing matters.
It's the same as when you call people like idiots and dummies, and people put a lot more weight into that than you are.
People put more weight into everything we say here than they should.
Yes.
We have no
Thank you for tuning in.
realness.
Appreciate you guys.
Angels fans still think I hate the Angels because I said I hate their front office.
Trevor Plouffe doesn't like the Texas
Now
Rangers.
Angels dead.
Who knows?
Trevi
we
takes.
go.
Trevi takes. Jim has them alive.
Yeah, Angels could turn it around, man. Packy Norton.
Did Trev just die after saying that?
Trev's dead. Packy Norton effect.
Packy Naughton. You're about to hear about him.
4 teams have skull and crossbones. Like Baseball Reference does dead.
Dead.
Do you know those 4 teams?
Like that.
Orioles,
Yeah.
Snakes, Pirates.
Yep, and then there's a 4th that just
Marlins did.
Marlins are not they're not even last in their
Rockies, right?
division.
Rockies.
No,
they've been playing kinda good,
the
right?
Rockies are not skull and crossbones. They're not even last in their division.
Let's see. Royals, Cleveland. I don't know.
Come on,
Just say it. We want to move on with the show.
Who were the other teams?
the Rangers.
Yes.
Skull and crossbones dead.
They're a great organization.
They're actually alive because Taylor Hearn's pitching for them. So
Dude, how about Hearn? We should see
Hot.
him.
I have some info on Hearn, but I'm not allowed to share it yet.
Whoa.
Possible information.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
IL,
Love T. Hearn.
Hot.
Yeah.
Big
Jake, you
wiener.
got us?
Big wiener. I think so.
Let's do it.
Ooh, let's make a Packy run, boys, as we start with Packy Naughton and his Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California are facing the San Diego Padres of California, and they split my favorite, the 2-game set. It's actually a little Padres, what is you doing, baby? Because Snellogram was on the bump in Game 1, hunting the no-hitter, hunting the perfect game with Packy Naughton on the mound on the other side. The classic, they get cracked and then they get lost. They lose that game 4-0. They bounce back the next day and they win 8-5. Darvish versus Ayers as the opener. Darvish with a good start, his first quality start since August 7th. Holy Toledo, 6-inning, 1-earned run. Get it going, you Darvish. Trout hasn't given up on returning this season. Man, I think the Halos are out of it, but we just decided they're still alive, so come back. Joe Adell's been doing good things, and I've been saying I'm rooting for him, so I love that. Love that money. Man, Padres only had 1 extra base hit. It was an Adam Frazier double. Padres, be the Padres. D-backs hosted the Rangers, and the Rangers busted out the broomstick in those 2 games, 3-1. 8-5. How about Jordan Lyles coming out of the bullpen for 7 innings pitched in relief? The veteran drops it for his team as they get skulled and crossboned by Baseball Reference. Who else did it? Jose Trevino. Everyone who talks about him says he's a great guy. Taylor Hearn. Todd Frazier was talking about Jose Trevino with us. Jose Trevino, all-time good guy. I just put him there. Jim's Short King, Dalton Varsho. 2 extra base hits in this series, so we love it. The Pirates, they win 2 out of 3, and why? Because they called up Cole Tucker. It's the Cole Tucker effect. Someone get me the Pirates record when Cole Tucker's on the roster, because I guarantee you that win percentage is higher. What he brings to that team day in, day out. They win 6-3, 3-2. Tigers salvage the final game. Matt Manning, go off, young king. Get your stuff going on. Pirates hit all series. Key Bryan, Newman, Drew Hutchinson with his first MLB win since August of 2018. But Cole Tucker had 2 hits, and the Pirates win the series. That's what happened in the interleague. Cole World.
Gosh. Love Cole Tucker.
Trev, when Jake says you got to go on a Packy run, do you know what that means?
I don't.
It's a very, very...
It's a colloquialism.
It's a Connecticut thing only. I didn't know until I moved there.
Packy?
Yeah. It's a blue state. There's some really weird liquor stores in some Northeast states. They were not allowed to call liquor stores in Connecticut, so they called them package stores. So let's go to the Packy is how you would say, like, let's go get some beer. Let's go get some alcohol.
Yeah, when I was in New Britain, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays, I believe.
They changed that now.
Which is
I think it's
the
Sundays
dumbest thing.
before 2 o'clock.
Still a tight window.
And you cannot buy alcohol at all after 6 o'clock on any day, right? They moved it from 5 to 6?
On Sunday.
Wild.
On Sunday. On regular days, you can buy booze till 9 in Connecticut, I think.
It was 5 when we were in college.
No, it was 9.
We would go to the
5's
grocery store
really
after
early.
a game, and the whole beer aisle or whatever,
not.
or wherever, like the liquor aisle would be dark and they'd have it like
They
Yeah.
tarp it off.
It's the saddest thing
It's
in
the
the world.
stupidest thing. Like, don't even think about buying this. They put a tarp over the
How
beer.
could you drink this Saturday after
You can't
9?
even see what you're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. Look, if you want to have a few days where you're telling your citizens not to drink alcohol, don't make it Saturday or Sunday. Like, fucking call it on a Monday or Tuesday.
That's a
Let
really
people,
great
you know.
point.
9 o'clock, can't buy liquor or anything after 9 o'clock is, it changes the college experience
Yes.
because you have to decide if you're drinking at
You got a plan.
7,
Yeah.
and then you have to plan how many people might come over. How much do we need? Do we need 430 racks? Do we need 2? Are we getting liquor? Like, it changes. When people would come visit us, we'd be like, no, we need to decide in like an hour. Like, do you guys want to drink?
What do you
tonight?
guys want to do tonight?
Yeah.
That's like Handmaid's Tale up in Connecticut. Let's go.
Basically
What is
is.
this? The Taliban?
Yeah.
That's,
In New York, you can't buy liquor and beer at the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never understood that either.
I think
But
PA
the
is the
liquor
same.
store's right next door to where you.
Yeah,
can
they
buy
just
beer.
put them
Yeah.
next door. Yeah. It's all the rules are to protect liquor store owners. They like have like a great
Union?
union or whatever.
You can in California. You can buy beer anywhere at any time.
Badass, dude.
Yeah, like at
A gas station.
at the gas station. You can get liquor
Elementary
at gas stations
schools.
too sometimes.
Elementary schools all day long. You just roll up.
Yeah.
Did any of these series matter? Kind of the Padres. Like if they won 2 with Snell and Darvish in those performances, I'd be pretty excited. Instead, you don't score against Packy Naughton and the Angels, game 1. Can't do that, man.
That's tough.
Can't do that.
That's tough. But, you know, it is nice to see that Darvish get going because, look, the Padres have the gauntlet of the schedule coming up that we're talking about. They're in the wild card right now, but they got a very, very tough schedule. But Musgrove dealing, Snell, one of the most
Out of his
I
mind
said
right
on Baseball Today, like right now, he's the most dominant pitcher in baseball. Like if you watch him throw and the swings that guys are taking on balls outside of the strike zone, like he is going off. And now you Darvish, who's been pretty much bad since the sticky stuff enforcement. Good start right here. If they get him going, maybe they weather the storm. Because these teams, we talk about it. We talk about them all the time, how big this gauntlet is. But they're actually 15-12 against the good teams that they have to play coming up. So it's not like they got their butt kicked all season. If they go 3 games over 500 the rest of the way, I think they're probably in the wild card. It's doable. And the Dodgers, on the other hand, can't hit.
God, imagine. If we get San Diego and the Dodgers, and I know I already advanced the Blue Jays, but the Red Sox and the Yankees, like Bobby Manfred,
Yeah.
get the lotion out. Whew.
When are the Red Sox going to trade for Packy Naughton? Can that be Can that be a tracker we have? Can we
Yeah.
make a Twitter account? Like
When
when who
does
else needs to
Packy
become a Red Sox?
Mike Brasso.
Mike Brasso and
Yeah.
Packy Naughton.
Mike
future Red
Brasso's
Sox?
probably this offseason. The Rays seem to have fallen out of love with him a little bit. Packy's probably a couple years because Angels need to break him as a pitcher and then trade him, and then he'll be good.
Okay.
The Angels, man.
Packy Naughton will be a Red Sox. And it'll be awesome because he's from
Locked.
there. He's excited.
Locked.
He definitely sat outside Packy's, smoking cigarettes, hanging out with his boys, like all the time. It's good times for him.
That's baseball.
There it is. Let's move on to the second half of the show where we're going to highlight some individual performances, have some fun, and maybe it'll get spicy.
Oh.
And if you like spicy, then you got to check out our friends at Oso Rojo. Cam is a friend of the show, a chef. He makes the hot sauces, and he likes flavor before spice, which I appreciate. We've had them. We try them. We use them a lot. They're in the office. They got orange ginger, jalapeno garlic, habanero mustard, unami bomb. They got a relish they made called JOMBOY relish. I don't know if that's for sale, but it's good. Up your home cooking game. Enhance your takeout experience. Get these hot sauces. They're delightful, and you'll be supporting someone who supports the show, and that's the best part. It's all about, friends of friends of friends helping friends. You got to go to www.osorojohotsauce.com. Use discount code JOMBOY at checkout for 10% off your order. They're from Colorado,
Yeah.
and my sister lives in Denver, and she went and met Cam and bought some at a farmer's market. So if you go to like some farmer's markets in the area, look out for them as well. Good hot sauces. Which one? I love the jalapeno garlic on my eggs in the morning. I was a big fan of that one. I really liked it. So Oso Rojo hotsauce.com. Use discount code JOMBOY at checkout for 10% off your order. Let's move on to Standout Performances.
Standout performances.
Standout Performances. Trev, you get first pick, man.
It's me. I'm going to shine a little love to my beautiful state of Minnesota. In particular, our guy, Joe Ryan, came over in a trade with the Rays. And usually you don't want to trade with the Rays. Don't want to do that. Looks like the Twins did all right here. He goes 7 innings pitched, shutty, 4 Ks, only 1 hit, no walks. He's been really, really good for the Twins in 2 starts. Overall numbers, 225. It could be even better. His first start against the Cubs, he went 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. The 3 earned runs were on 1 swing, a 3-run bomb by our guy Schwindel. But Joe Ryan has swing and miss stuff.
Ooh.
I think he's going to learn how to use his secondary stuff a little bit better. His fastball is really good, misses a lot of bats. Got the good hair, good looking dude. He will probably be an up-and-comer on our end-of-season hot boy list. But I wanted to highlight him because, like we said, we always fear when teams trade with the Rays. This year, it looks like the Rays maybe have kind of slipped a little bit. They sent Adames, maybe by necessity. We talked about his splits. But Joe Ryan looks to be like a very, very capable big league starter. And that's not something the Rays usually just give up. So shout out Joe Ryan. I'm excited to watch him with the Twins for many years to come. He's not a free agent until, I have no idea, a long time. And go follow him. The Joe Ryan Experience are his socials.
Or you can follow Joey Ryan, a singer that I like.
Oh, this is even better. He went to CSUN, Cal State Northridge. That's where my beautiful bride Olivia is a graduate of. Shout out Joe Ryan. Thank God they didn't overlap.
Seems like you're trying to get another young hot boy follow by shouting out his social media. I'll pray on you for that. That Jonathan India.
Ooh, does he follow me?
And now Joe Ryan will hopefully follow you. He was on Team USA. People may remember him from there. And he took a fun picture before, I think it was his last start, or maybe 2 starts ago. He took a picture with Nelson Cruz because they were traded for each other. So that's always like, hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. Go be hot, Joe Ryan.
We're doing it.
Hey, follow me back, Joe Ryan. What is going on with these dudes with long hair?
The fuck?
It's like,
Jonathan
why don't they
India,
want to
Joe
follow
Ryan.
you? Post more pictures of Olivia, and I think these young guys will follow you.
That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
That's what I got to do.
I'm excited to see his next couple starts because he's just been fastball only basically these first 2. And he doesn't have a fast fastball. It's 92.
Did I talk about arm angle and stuff here, or was that baseball today? I think I did it here.
For him?
He's got a really low arm slot, but he spins it well. So he gets really, even to the eye, you see the ride on his ball. You can even say it rises a little bit on TV. It's tough, really tough to get on plane with that for a hitter. He lives in the top of the zone. Pretty cool.
Invisible?
Pretty cool to watch him pitch.
Is he throwing an invisible?
Little bit.
Okay.
Little bit.
Looks like the fastball spins at around 2 o'clock, Trev. 12 would be overhand.
Yeah.
This way. Whoosh. 2 o'clock.
It's a great award.
Joe Ryan, good job. Are you guys interested to who my standout performance is?
I'd love to know.
It goes to Eric Lauer. Because you want to know what's going on with the law firm over in Milwaukee? Burns and Woodruff, they've been carrying the team for a while. They've just been having lights out seasons. And they're maybe a little tired, maybe a little gassed out, maybe a little something. I don't know. They both have been giving up some runs in their last couple games. And what happened was, first we had Hauser, who Trev gave it a standout or award to last episode, step up and say, you know what? You know, the bosses of the firm, they're taking naps under their desk a little bit. That's kind of actually too rude. They're still pitching really well. They're just
no, like they went on a crazy business trip, and now they're back, and they're like hurting a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's like a little bit of a bender of the party. And Hauser was like, I got you, don't worry. And then Lauer came, and he's like, I got us, don't worry. He goes 7-inning pitch, 0 earned runs. Right after the Cardinals, was the Cardinals? Yeah, the Cardinals put up a 12 spot on the Brew Crew the night before. And Lauer just righted the ship, said, I know I'm not partner here. I know my name's not on the door, but I'll do what I can. I'll step up. So big-time step-up job by Eric Lauer for the Brew Crew. He's my standout performance because of that.
Where do you think he is at the law firm? Is he a clerk? Is he an intern? Is he in the mailroom? Assistant?
Yeah, I don't know.
Junior executive?
I don't know. Like, Hauser is advocating for him big time, and they're like, well, Hauser, like, let's get you in first. Like, let's get your name on the door first.
Ooh, see, that's tough. To be a partner at Woodruff and Burns, you got to be like a guy.
Yeah. You know, but Hauser loves his people. They actually like the loyalty from that.
I mean, what I've heard, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't.
Okay, what have you heard?
We know.
Hauser and Lauer have talked about making their own law firm,
but they know it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
they know that.
And there's a whole.
Yeah, well, Burns has already been grooming Ashby.
Right.
So come on.
Yeah, they're reading.
You know what? That's another spin here,
yeah,
Trev.
They're reading.
These guys saw Ashby come, and they were like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I like that. God, Brewers Company.
Good award or good performance, Jim.
Yeah.
Good performance.
His pitch stuff for Lauer is crazy too. 2 starts ago, he was heavy cutter as a secondary pitch. Like, let's try it out. He bumped it up from 2% to 35% in his game. And then this game, cutter was scrapped.
No thanks.
I'm out.
Colton Wong had a baby.
He did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's our guy.
Congrats. We should text him or send him something.
Send him a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Send him another baby.
Let's make a onesie with a chain around it, like imprinted on the onesie.
I like that.
And send it to him. Since you guys are chain brothers.
I like that. That will lock us in.
Yeah, and then we wear a adult size onesie as well, and you wear it too.
Adult onesie. Okay.
Yeah.
Great award.
Thank you.
Great award. Fellas, I told you. Jimmy let the cat out of the bag. I'm on a Blue Jays kick.
Oh, let's go.
I am drinking the Kool-Aid. And Jim, there's a couple caveats when we go and we look at some of these big games. You hit 2 homers.
Mm-hmm.
You hit one off the 5th starter and then a position player, last guy out of the bullpen. I don't care.
You never have.
James, there's a couple things that speak to me in this world. Being short and thick is one of them. Alejandro Kirk, my short, thick king, hit 2 homers, the catcher for the Blue Jays. And Trev, we talk about your book sometimes, couple oops. A couple big names in there. Garrett Cole, Alejandro Kirk took Garrett Cole, Oppo Taco at the stadium. Not a cheapie either. And then he took Clay Holmes, who has been lights out for the Yankees. So a 2 home run game from Alejandro Kirk, the catcher. If you have no idea and you haven't been with us through this, Alejandro Kirk is listed 5'8", 265. We looked up Trevor laughed at that. We looked up his scouting report one day. We were so excited about our short, thick king. And what was the line, Jimmy, that some people break the mold?
Yeah.
That was in his scouting report. And Trev,
we got nothing.
You know why?
Somehow this guy's good.
You know why that was in his scouting report? In 56 Major League games, he's hitting 288, 354, a 506 slug, and 861 OPS. His minor league numbers, he's got a 900 OPS in his minor league career. This guy has just done it at every level because he's probably honest to God 5'6.5", 280. People haven't known what to do with him, but he's breaking the mold. My short king is going to be hitting 8th or 9th in that lineup, and he's a hitter that should fear you. And I'm absolutely in love with this man. And he just put Garrett Cole in his book. So 2 homer game from Kirky.
You know who else is in his book from earlier this season?
Who else is in his book?
Corey Kluber.
Klubot.
His book is 8 guys deep. One of them's Kluber, one of them's Cole. That's pretty cool.
It's not bad.
Also, his 8 members of his book, 4 of them are Yankees. So that sucks. 'Cause Kirk, I'm trying to like you, not hate you.
Well,
I don't. At first, I didn't know like how to think about Alejandro because in my head I was like, is he a party trick? Like
right.
Almost. And I don't want to be mean to like La Tortuga in Minnesota. Like he's had some good runs here and there, but I don't think he's like a long-term solution. But Alejandro Kirk is like a long-term solution. It seems like he's just hit everywhere he goes. Like is he a good catcher? I don't know. I've never even seen him catch. The only highlights I've seen are him hitting.
He's a great catcher. Nothing gets by him.
Can't get it past him if you wanted to.
Like I need to see him throw the ball.
He's bad at really high. He's bad at really high fastballs. It's a reach joke. It's a reach joke.
It's a short joke.
He's 22, by the way. This isn't like a 27-year-old that he's getting his chance. He's 22. The Blue Jays believe in this dude.
I also love that his full name is Alejandro Kirk. No middle name. I'm not messing around with a freaking middle name.
Yeah.
This is my name. No middle initial. Fuck out of here with that.
FOH.
He doesn't catch a lot of runners, Trev, so far. He hasn't flashed the arm yet so far.
Okay.
But he's only allowed 2 pass balls because you're just not going to get it by him.
Trevor, his
21 stolen bases, 3 caught stealing.
Trev, another thing you like to track in his professional career. I think this is just the scouting report before this season. 89 walks, 60 Ks. Like every box you would check for a prospect, if you took height and weight out, you'd be like, this guy is it. But that's
when they do like the player A, player B things, listing the stats.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. My king.
All right. Nice award. A nice performance.
Thank you.
Really good job.
Good job, everyone.
All right. See you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Bye, Trev. Let's get sad. Let's get sad. Okay, we have some guys on Slump Watch. We had 2 Yankees. Let's see if we help those guys out. Update, dude. Gallo and Judge. Dansby Swanson was on Slump Watch. Max Muncy, the funky Muncy, was on Slump Watch. And Paul Goldschmidt was on Slump Watch. BBD, who are the 5 potential ads?
There's 5 potential ads. One of them is Cody Ballinger, who looked like he was turning it around at the beginning of August-ish. I remember Jake and I discussed that on Wake and Jake ad. He went 0 for 14 with 2 Ks this week. Max Kepler, 0 for 10, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Harrison Bader, 0 for 10, a walk and a strikeout. Gleyber Torres slumping on both sides of the ball, 0 for 8, a walk, 4 Ks against the Blue Jays. Bench 2 games in there. And Trev's guy, Lars Nootbaar, 0 for 8 with a walk and 3 Ks.
The heck, Lars, dude.
Lars Nootbaar.
Let's put the Yankees on as a team, same way we did for the Padres.
Yes, dude. Let's go. Needed that.
We did it for the Padres, so
yeah.
They're all slumping. No one's gotten a hit in 2 years.
Should we do all Yankees but not Luke Voigt? Like, does that count?
Let's do the Yankees.
Or we're trying to keep them united?
Just say the Yankees.
Okay.
They need to unite over something.
Yeah.
Max Muncy gets claps.
Let's go.
Surprisingly, no walks, but 4 for 13 with a homer and a double. So that's a 308 batting average, 615 slug. And then Paul Goldie, he went shame to flame. He gets big old claps.
Let's go.
You're excited about that one.
Love Goldie.
5 for 11 with a walk.
Almost for the opposite reasons of Alejandro Kirk. I love Goldie.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
King Boar.
King of the poor.
King of the Boar.
The scouting report loved his build.
Yes.
Like 6'4", 235. This is your ideal power hitting first base.
It said driven on there.
Oh.
Because whenever someone's really good at something, but also a silent person, they just say, "Oh, he must be really driven,
focused,
driven."
Yeah.
Like you don't know what he's thinking about. Could be thinking about
idea.
seagulls nonstop,
constantly.
But they said driven. But yeah, king of the bore for sure. And we do say that lovingly. Cody Ballinger, 0 for 14. Let's throw him on there. Max Kepler, Bader, Lars. Let's take Danzy off. He didn't get it. He had 333 on base percentage.
I think if we leave him on, he'll be ready to come off with claps. So I'm open to leaving him.
Well, who don't you like then from Bellinger, Kepler, Bader, Nootbaar?
Well,
Nootbaar
twins kind of don't
feels
matter.
rude.
Bader and Nootbaar feels like we should pick one.
Nootbaar's like a rookie. I think
Right.
Yeah.
it's just the most fun name in the majors right now.
Sorry, Lars. You done?
So the Yankees, Dansby, Cody, Max, Harry,
Yep.
the gang.
Get to it. All right, Trev's back and ready to go. Let's get
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Fuego.
Nelson Cruz, 3 bombs. Simeon, 3 bombs. Hap, 3 bombs. Nelson had 8 hits as well.
They've been waiting for him to go too. He if he gets going, watch out.
Yeah, if you're not already watching out for the Rays.
But Nelson Cruz for them was kind of a big thing. That's not their typical guy. DH Nelson Cruz. He was kind of struggling. If he gets hot, man,
Watch out.
Golly.
Yeah.
Bregman, 5 for 10 with 2 homers. Pete Alonso, 3 homer club. Good for him. He's 6 for 16. Kyle Tucker, a little Abe Lincoln action. He has a triple and 3 doubles with 2 walks. Hunter Renfroe, 6 for 12, homer, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. Tyler O'Neill, Jake's dude, 5 for 14 with 2 homers and 2 doubles. Got hit by a pitch as well.
Love that.
And Miggy Cabs,
Yup.
7 for 8 with 2 doubles.
Love that, Maggie.
What?
Keep hitting, man.
What's his numbers look like?
Can't be good.
Even if I do last month?
I bet average. I don't know.
This sucks, man. It sucks that he's locked into such a big contract.
Yeah.
Because do you think, I don't know his personality, but sucks to see how much these are going to drag down his career numbers. If he plays 3 more years like this.
104 OPS plus. Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like you might be able to finagle a hot streak here in the last couple games. Yeah, for sure. In his last 29 games, he's got a 293 batting average and an 864 OPS.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I can even extrapolate this much more.
You can extrapolate it.
Oh, shit.
Are we having a big second half? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, shit. Dude, Miggy's been crushing it since June 1st.
Let's go.
Why did no one tell me? June 1st, his last 75 games, he got a 300 batting average and an 826 OPS.
Let's go. Yeah, he had a bad April, May.
1st?
Dude, from May 7th, from May 7th, last 95 games for Miggy Cabs, 289 batting average, 351 on base. Slugging's not great, but
Good job, Miggy.
He's got 3 more years, right?
yeah, something
Got
like
a
that.
couple 2-3.
It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna have a nice basement when it's all said and done, though.
Yeah. I mean, from 2003 to 2018, 15 years, his career numbers were 316, 395, 551, 946, 151 OPS plus. 19 through now, all those numbers drop so significantly. If he does 2 more years of this, how bad does his career numbers get? That's kind of...
It's a baseball conundrum.
Yeah.
He just got 500 homers. That's cool. People will love that.
The counting numbers will get better. The averages will get down.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Give me Cabrera career earnings
Mm.
to date.
To date,
Is it like 250?
I was gonna
That's
say
low, I
say
think.
300, but I think I was doing total. But I'll do 300 to date. Maybe it's gonna be 350 total.
$336 million to date. He is still owed $64 million. That's guaranteed money. Okay. Then he has vesting options, which aren't going to vest because he has to be in top 10 in the MVP voting. But I mean, there's a chance that he has 60 more on top of that coming.
What's in his basement?
He's guaranteed, Jake, to hit $400 million in career
Pretty
earnings.
good.
What is in his basement?
I could see him having a really nice garden. Just really nice. Like, if he wants a pineapple, he doesn't go to the store and get a pineapple. He has, like, a pineapple tree, and he has a fresh pineapple off the tree.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking he's got a guy that's that good at something.
Yeah.
Likes to admire somebody else that's really good at something.
Mm.
I think he's got like some soccer memorabilia or something like that. A different sport. Could be basketball.
That's a
But some, like,
great call,
high-end
Trev.
stuff.
It's definitely a sport he doesn't love. Like, he could have a fucking Gretzky shrine. He's just like, well, he's the best.
He's the best.
I like that. Any lean, Jim?
Dude.
I think he's a
400
big
F.
Virat Kohli fan.
Excuse me?
Is that what I said?
Virat Kohli?
Yeah.
Is that a musician?
No.
Mountain?
It's not a mountain. No.
Okay.
Good guess, though.
That is a good guess. That's nice. I was like, is it a mountain?
No.
He has definitely a great like sound system in his basement. Like, there's no doubt in my mind they're cranking the music up. The subwoofer's banging. One of those type of things.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli's like the best. He's the best cricketer in India, and he's kind of the bad boy of cricket. And he has big time Sergio Romo vibes on the mound and in the game. Like he's got big time when Sergio Romo's all like, little dude, fidgety, talking shit, confidence out the wazoo. That's Virat Kohli's got big time Sergio Romo vibes.
That's huge.
I wonder how tall he is. He's got to be a little guy. But yeah, Miggy Kebs loves him some Virat Kohli. That's for sure. He knows it's not a mountain. All right. You guys ready for regular old awards?
Boom, 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 boom. Prestige worldwide.
We have one more award it's just Talkin' Giants. Football started.
Yeah. Yeah. Trev, did you watch the game last night?
I caught the second half.
Okay.
A lot of fun to watch.
We kind of screwed the pooch a little bit. This was actually really funny. Go check out Talkin' Giants, Bobby Skinner, Justin Pennick. They're also doing kind of all of football now too. Bobby's really good with O-lines. They're in it. They're a lot of stuff we did in our early days. They are on a similar path. Good entertainment, good fun. Go check them out. Trev, so we record Talkin' Yanks last night. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of influences. We're wrestling Wi-Fi. So we finished the episode and we were scrolling Twitter and we misread a tweet that was like, it was about Zerline winning the game for the Cowboys. And we were like, damn. So we're basically sitting in silence after our sad episode. And then I had a couple texts come on my phone that were sports gambler texts like, you got to get that extra yard. You got to get that. And I was like, wait, look it up. They're on that final drive to win the game. And we were just sitting in silence.
On this couch. The TV's right there. We could have been like even had our heads turned and watched it.
Like we could have watched the best part of the game.
And we were like, oh, wait, let's go watch it. And we sat on the couch and saw the kick and the win.
Turn it on,
And then
field goal
we didn't
kick.
see
I
it.
feel bad because I tell BBD, who was producing his ass off, I'm like, hey, field goal kick for the win. BBD got up to look at the kick. The kick already happened. I didn't tell him pre-kick, so then I felt bad. Good start for the NFL. Go check out Bobby Skinner, Pennick, Talking Football, Talking Giants.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a lot of talking football stuff and try to expand. They're really good. So go check them out. All right, Trav, you get to go first. You have an award. It's big time. It's real deal. Perk up your ears, people.
Yeah, it's actually a kind of a sad award, but I want to turn it into a celebration award. So that's what I'm going to call it, celebration award, and it goes to my guy Stephen Vogt. Traded over to Atlanta from Jake Snakes. Hasn't had the best time there yet, but last night, 2 home runs, puts the Braves ahead, and then at the end of the game, seems like he suffers a pretty significant injury. I read up on it today. They're calling it hip inflammation. Looked a little bit different than that, but Steve is walking off the field. There was tears in his eyes. It almost was like he was thinking about, this could be the last time I'm on a big league baseball field. Like, that's what it looked like to me. I have no info if he's going to try to play again next year, or if he's going to even he might be back this year, but it sure seemed like it was significant last night. And the look on his face really, really got to me. So I want to celebrate Steven, and I want to tell him, no matter what happens, it's not going to be your last time on a big league baseball field. Like, this guy is going to go on to do whatever he wants. We can talk about his baseball career, 2-time All-Star, a big part of a lot of really good A's teams. He's got a great story. Started his professional career, I think, 0 for 32. Not a prospect type guy, a real grinder, coming over from Tampa to Oakland, but established himself, made some good money. He's one of the most beloved figures in the game. So whether it's he plays again next year or this year, or if he wants to be a manager, guess what? That dude's going to be a manager. If he wants to go and be a pundit, be a talking head, he can do that wherever he wants. Steve's going to be around the game for a long time. So I know last night the tears were there for you, Steve, but bro, baseball is not done with you yet. He's so good for the game, and I can't wait to see. I hope he's okay. Hope he comes back this year. Hope he plays again next year. Plays as long as he wants. But baseball is better with Steven Vogt in it, and he's going to be around for a long time. So snaps for Steven. I want to send him just positive vibes. That's really all I wanted to do.
Love that, Trev.
Sad look in his eyes, man.
Went to a wedding with him once.
That's right.
Yeah. You guys are wedding bros.
Yeah. I do. He was a classic case. You said he started his career 0 for 32 or something like that. It was over 2 seasons. So in 2012, he got called up, in April, and then they gave him some run, and then he didn't come back, and then he got to get back in September, blah, 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 blah. He went 0 for 27, plate appearances, 0 for 25. And then the next year, he was doing the same thing. And then finally, Jake and I talk about this a lot. Once you get to 0 for 20 in your career, you're going to hit a home run your first hit. Like, it's just kind of how that happens. It happened with Higashioka, and we called that. Happened a bunch of places. His first hit was an 0-2 homer off Joe Kelly. So it's just, if you're going to go start your career and go like 0 for 20 to 30, then as long as your first hit's a home run, the story becomes first big league hit was a home run, and no one cares how long it takes you to get that. So that's how you rewrite the start of your career. Good job by Vogt.
He's such a good dude. Such a good dude. And is there anybody else in baseball that had a fan section actually have like a cheer for him? Like, who else has that? The I believe in Steven Vogt thing is incredible.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else.
It's kind of a perfect storm, him in Oakland.
Yeah, I guess because a lot of people just get their name chanted.
Yeah. I wonder, Braves fans reach out. Foolish Bailey, mad at me. Rather not talk about that.
He's
right
mad
now.
at you?
We're working through stuff. And, we've got Ashland, Moylan. I wonder, are Braves fans enjoying this? Because they've had a little division lead for a while now. And it has the makings of a team you look at and you have a lot of fun memories. Like, I know Braves, you'd rather see Ronnie out there and you guys wanted World Series. The goals changed a little bit. But, like, there's going to be a day when Braves fans look back in 3 years and they're like, oh, yeah, like, Jock was out there doing it. Steven Vogt, his Young Thicks breakout year. I know they were feeling the baseball emotions yesterday in an absolutely crazy game. Old man Charlie Morton just dropping dick on everyone. I hope Braves fans are enjoying what this season has become.
Yeah, could they spin that to Yankees fans and say the same thing?
Not really, because the Braves are leading the NL East.
Yeah, that's true. The division's there. Okay, good stuff. I like that you call him Foolish Bailey.
Yeah.
Like
I mix it.
Why is he mad at you?
Because Jake's a liar. He actually said that he's only going to watch Sequence now.
Yeah.
That's going to be his only show he watches on JOMBOY Media because it's the only show with integrity.
Makes sense.
Ad.
Yeah. My award
Makes sense.
is the Enter the Debates award.
Oh.
Enter the Debates.
Enter the Debates award.
People aren't even aware. I saw some scuttlebutt around about it on the Twitter today.
There's a little scuttlebutt.
Like it started this morning, though. We may be looking at, Trev, the best trade deadline acquisition in the history of baseball statistically right now. The Dodgers have won every single Max Scherzer start. Every single Max Scherzer start since he's been traded to the Dodgers, they've won every start. He started 7 games. On those days, the Dodgers have won all 7 games. In those 7 games, he has a 1.05 ERA, a 1.32 FIP. He has opponents against him in those 7 games have a 177 batting average, a 212 on base, a 253 slugging, and he's now just completely entered his name into the Cy Young conversation with a 2.28 ERA, which is the lowest in baseball. Like, if there's an article in 10 years, what were the best trade deadline acquisitions, the way this is being written, he's going to be in that article. And I can't believe he's fully entered the Cy Young conversation now. So Max Scherzer wins Enter the Debate award.
What a career.
What? He's insane.
Unreal.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Like, he's a guy that, like, he's just been that guy. Like, his entire career, like, oh, that's fucking Mad Max Scherzer. You don't want to face him ever.
It took a couple years to fully click. I mean, his age 28 season on, which, you know, he's 36 now, and by the way, he might win another Cy. Like, this guy is out of control. And he got the Nats ring, if that cements stuff for you. I know people surprisingly don't care about it anymore. Or I guess it's a personal accolades part of the show, but he could have 4 Cy Youngs, a ring, all of it. He's unreal. God. That's a stat page.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
We faced Mad Max. He was, I believe, on a Team USA thing, and I was in the Arizona Fall League, and they're doing some warm-up thing, so they played against our team, and I saw Max Scherzer pitch. I don't think I faced him. I might have. Trying to block that from my memory, all the times I faced him. But I remember him pitching, and I remember being like, holy fuck, like, who is this dude? He just throws the ball different. Like, you kind of, when Mad Max throws the ball, it's all effort. He doesn't look like it's smooth or like, hey, like it's easy. Like, it's just so much effort. And like I said, that's just been his MO this entire time, man.
Yeah. We won't bring up your stats against him. He's a very good pitcher.
I know it's
really
1
good.
for 17.
You know that off the top of your head? Trev, let's delete things that don't make you happy from the top of your head.
I don't mind this one. Like that, if I did that against
there's a
some
guy
scrub.
to have that
Kind of
line
an honor
against.
that you even like faced him 17 times situation.
No, we were in the same division, so it was tough. He was
You got an RBI off him.
threw me that slide ball a lot.
Mm,
Blew me up with heater. I mean, that was tough.
Single was a line drive.
sure was.
He walked you the first time.
I think
he
my
faced-
only
the
RBI
first
was a
game
sack
he faced
fly.
you.
Jim,
Like,
know what that
doesn't
is?
really count.
Know how he said Vogt's first hit is a homer?
Mm-hmm.
Trev says, yeah, I got a hit off Scherzer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say about all the non-hits.
I don't say that.
That's so cool.
There's an impressive part of it.
Only 221 million in his career.
He's about to get a
Seems
couple
right.
more paydays, Trev.
Yeah, I wonder what he gets.
You get 1 year full money. You get 2 year still pretty full money. He can do what he wants.
Do you think he owns a pair of designer shoes?
Oh, no.
Or do you think he's like Cole Haan?
Scherzer? Like dress shoes?
Yeah, like a pair of designer shoes. Like we're talking Louis,
Yeah.
Gucci.
He's married.
I have one pair.
He's married.
He's got one pair. That's a good call.
Yeah, his
Like
wife
his
got
nice
him for it, and
shoes.
he says these are what you wear when it's nice. And there's been a lot of times when he's like, "Do I got to wear the nice shoes?" And she's like, "No," and he's like, "Okay, great."
See, I disagree there. I think she tried the nice shoes earlier in his career. He immediately shot them down. She said, "I'm never going back there." He hasn't worn them yet, but he has a designer pair of dress shoes that are his eye colors
Oh, wow.
that he hasn't busted out yet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What
And
I was-
those are
I'm
going to be
thinking- I'm
badass.
thinking-
I was describing just my relationship with shoes and my
Yes.
wife and mom when I was growing up. A lot of Scherzer
I
comps
think
for me
he's got
lately.
like a yeah.
Mm.
Oh, he's got a pair of black shoes, a black dress shoes that like he can wear at all times. So when his wife does say, "Honey, put your good shoes on," like they just go with everything.
But
Doesn't
like
have to think about an outfit.
I have the price tag on those shoes under 150.
Oh no, I think he's got
Yeah.
one pair nice.
Okay.
When do you think the last time Scherzer bought himself shoes was?
Whew.
Mm.
Early on in the big league career, everyone
Yeah.
I think gets a nice pair of shoes early on.
For
And then
themselves?
I think Max is like, these aren't that comfortable. Let me get Cole Haan's and run it.
Foot doesn't like these. God. Good for him.
Or a shoe pod.
I mean, just describing my relation. I haven't bought myself a pair of shoes. Maybe ever. Like, ever's in play. I wear the same pair of shoes until my wife or my mom say, "I bought you these shoes because yours are gross." And I say, "Mine are gross." And they say, "Yeah, they're disgusting. You've been embarrassing us." And then I say, "Okay, what are the new ones?" And then I put those on. Oh, I tried to buy myself a pair of shoes once,
Yeah.
Talkin Yanks. And then my wife and my mom both saw them and instantly said,
Veto.
my mom said, "Give me those. I'll return them and get you new ones."
What were they?
I don't know. So I mean, I'm kind of like
athletic shoes, or
I'm
were
car
they-
blind and shoe blind. Like, I just don't see differences.
Okay.
You know, I could tell you probably they were gray, and they were my size.
I will say this about a nice pair of shoes,
Okay.
especially dress shoes. They do last.
That's huge. I'm
I'm
not
a
if you dance like
Ferragamo
Jake
guy.
does.
Yeah.
I've worn my Ferragamos for 10 plus years. And they look great.
It's awesome.
It's huge.
Who's the Jake? What's your award?
Wow. We'll do the best friend of the week after my award. Fellas, a lot of talk about my physique. We had a good laugh session this week going through some of my body comments that show up in different videos. So I'm giving out the low carb award.
Nice.
Trev, someone said my body looked like a stackable washer and dryer.
You took that as a compliment.
Yes.
He really did. He loved it.
For me, that's a win.
He like laughed really hard and
At the-
was like, "I love this."
At this point, that's a win for me.
I mean, Olivia said Jake looks like he works out. So you're like,
That's kind of where I want to land. Like, it doesn't look great, but he's trying.
For me, I think it's like Jake looks like he goes to the gym. I have no idea what he does there.
I think my body looks pretty close to what happens. Like, enjoys working out and being active, eats like absolute dog shit. Anyways, so I'm giving out the low carb award. You know, that usually has the biggest effect on me if I'm, heavy carbs, pizza, bagels, all that stuff. I'll feel it.
What's been your snack of choice recently?
Granola. I've been shoving granola down my pie hole. So maybe for this playoff run, to tighten it up a little bit, I might go low carb. And fellas, one of the best low carb diets out there is the Atkins diet. And there's another team that's on the Atkins diet. It's the Toronto Blue Jays. Their general manager, Ross Atkins, deserves so much credit for what he's built in the Great North. He's been there since 2015. He's been with Shapiro. Shapiro's got promoted to that like king of baseball role or whatever. And Atkins has been the general manager. You guys know all the homegrown product, which they deserve love for. You know, the Vladito breakout, who, by the way, Atkins died himself. You know, Bo Bichette, those guys. Biggio's been out most this year. We'll see if he gets involved in the mix again. Think about the moves that they've made and their direct impact. You know, they overpaid for Ryu. They gave him an extra year. That was risky. And he's been a main part of their staff going forward. They make the Barrios trade. He's part of that staff now. Steven Matz, Trev, you were the only guy in on him. So is Ross Atkins. Now they're getting 5 every start. Manoah was a draft pick in 2019. They went out. They got Trevor Richards. They got Soria, who have been big pieces in their bullpen recently. Man, the way this roster is built right now, there are a lot of like instant point and shoot, like, wow, you pretty much won that match trade. You got a full season of starting pitching out of him. Bang. Ryu. George Springer, who was their biggest signing, who they, again, kind of had to overpay for due to Canadian taxes and guys being a little hesitant of moving their life up there. He hasn't really been there this year. And guess what? If he's back, my God, because he's one of the best players in baseball. I am drinking the Blue Jay Kool-Aid. This isn't a team you want to run into. And, you know, I think if we went back to their TPP and we said, like, what's the Blue Jays' best case, best case, best case? It's the young guys breaking out, and it was like Nate Pearson having a breakout year. Guess what? He hasn't been a part of it. It was like Ryu if he's in the Cy Young race. He's not. Robbie Ray is the guy that they signed really early on in free agency. They have assembled a squad. Yes, Vlad, you know, jumping to MVP is a huge part of it, and him being in their farm and top prospect, blah, blah, blah. The guys have to do it on the field, but, man, Adam Simber in the bullpen, they have made a lot of strategic moves you can point to for this year that have put themselves in an incredible position. So, shout out.
Jake's for the Birds. Always has been. It's going to be
Big time.
Birds, baby.
singing the Orioles praises next up.
Fingers crossed.
Shout out to the Atkins diet.
I have been looking for Max Scherzer in street clothes. It's very difficult to find pictures on the internet.
What was the Max Scherzer,
baby?
What was the Max Scherzer story? He was running before the World Series game right outside the stadium.
Saved a life.
After he missed the start before because he was hurt or something.
Oh, yeah, they pushed him or something like that.
They pushed him a day. They didn't know if he'd be able to start the next day, and then people saw him just running laps around the stadium.
It was his back.
Kind of the alpha and the omega.
Mind games?
All
He was
of
on mind games?
I need to know more about Max Scherzer. I need to start asking questions.
Okay. Best friend, good awards.
Mm-hmm. The best of
It's
friends.
Ian Happ again.
The best friend. No?
God, man.
Let's go.
The back-to-back winner. He takes the lead amongst hitters. He went 5 for 12, 3 homers, 5 ribbies this week. He's insane.
He's so hot right now. Keep going,
You
Happer.
can go back pretty far if you want to butter knife those stats.
I found one picture of Max Scherzer in street clothes from an all-star game, and he's wearing what looks like a Target store camo polo shirt and jeans that were, like, it was a package deal. Like, he might have taken this off a mannequin at Target.
What is that shirt he's wearing? What did you Google to find that? What did you Google?
So I figured my best chance at
Here it
seeing
is.
Max Scherzer in street clothes was Max Scherzer All-Star Game. And yeah, I think he's with Dave Roberts.
Oh, it's
there.
a camo shirt. It's camouflage.
It's a camo polo.
A camouflage polo shirt.
You can't buy that at anywhere not
You know
Target
what?
or Walmart.
You know what this does tell me?
What?
He does pick out his own clothes sometimes.
Yeah, sure
There's
does.
zero chance his wife bought him that shirt. I mean, his wife saw this picture hit the internet, and when he came back from the trip, she threw that shirt out. I mean, there's no doubt about
She was
it.
heartbroken.
She threw that. She was like,
She
"This
packed him an
a
outfit for that, and he went with that.
And he wore this.
no.
My dad used to have this Australian rugby collared shirt that he would wear a lot. And one day my mom just threw it out because she was like, I told you you're not allowed to wear that in public anymore. And my dad was like, he didn't know. So, yeah, that shirt, I mean, sorry, but Scherzer's wife threw that out as soon as he got back from the All-Star game. She begged him.
He definitely buys his own clothes. I have a picture up here. It's a Lacoste like track jacket.
What you Google to find it?
I just Googled Max Scherzer dress shoes.
Okay.
I needed to see. He has the Lacoste jacket. It's a zip up, just down enough so we can see the shirt underneath it. It's a Batman shirt, so that's definitely another Target. You know, Target has like Batman, Marvel stuff, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
No offense. I mean, no offense to anyone that shops at Target. I shop at Target all the time.
Yeah, no, it's just good to know that Scherzer, I mean, we've confirmed it. He buys his own clothes, and that's good for him. I'm happy about it. I don't buy my own clothes. Unless I make it myself. Like all my JOMBOY Media Sun shirts. Wow.
Elevator talk?
Yeah, we can do it for sure. It's something we got to do, and we're going to do it. MLB teams. I was just stalling so I can get the... Here we go.
Here we go.
Texas Rangers, but BBD's
way.
BBD. Because it's the Texas Rangers, we will absolutely exit that elevator, not step foot inside
you don't
of
even
it.
go there.
And
if there's a Rangers
instead,
hat.
let's get our stimulation.
Oh,
on.
yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's stimulate the postseason playoff race. It's the stimulator, whatever we call it. I'm trying to get the standings up, so I'm stalling. What the hell? I don't know where the tab went that I read these off, and I'm gonna find it eventually. All right, the American League wild card game is the Yankees going to Boston to face the Red Sox. How about them apples? BBD, who wins that?
Yankees 1-0.
Wow.
Holy smokes. Sorry, Boston.
Yes.
Good try. We have White Sox in Houston again.
Houston.
Wow, good job for Houston. That would mean that the Tampa versus the Yankees in the ALDS.
Tampa.
Houston versus Tampa in
Houston.
the Wow, Houston's going to the World Series?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. In the National League, in the wild card, you have... Who is it right now? It's the Dodgers and the Padres?
Dodgers.
Dodgers then would travel to San Fran to play the Giants.
The Giants.
Yeah, they're unbeatable. The Brewers and the Braves, battle of the BRs.
Brewers.
Okay. Milwaukee versus San Francisco Giants.
It is the Giants.
So that would mean the World Series is the Astros versus the San Francisco Giants. A matchup that I have not thought about. It's kind of weird one. Astros versus Giants.
A lot of orange involved.
A lot of orange involved. Yeah. Who wins the World
Aesthetically pleasing.
Giants.
The Giants.
Wow.
Sounds like BBD listened to the last episode where I let everyone know what would happen. And in important news, that is the first time the San Francisco Giants have won the Stimulator Simulator. So hats off to them because that's just big news. That's
Nice
huge
job,
news.
BBD. Jake, I'm disappointed in you.
Swear?
This is your time to get naughty on camera.
I know. With the couch scene, I'm putting out jam fires elsewhere, man. I'm always going, man. I wish I
Would
was.
like to see some butt.
You want me to show some dick? Actually, I showed some butt. Was that last Talkin' Baseball, and BBD had to spend time covering it up for YouTube.
There's just a little too much crack involved.
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
I
I'm
think we're
sorry I
safe
didn't
with
stimulate
cheek,
today. That's on me.
It's on Jake.
Oh, you're a Rangers fan in the elevator? I'll take the stairs.
Yeah, take the stairs. Taylor Hearn's awesome. Jake sucks.
Taylor Hearn's awesome. They screwed with Trevor Plouffe. Trevino's a nice guy.
You like Trevino.
Time you had with Todd Frazier, a good time.
Todd, yeah.
JP Crawford. JP Mother